Okay, looks like the stream started up properly. Freaking... I've never done, like, quest mode on stream before, so this will be interesting. And, we'll see how it goes. The YouTube stream, I'm just going to kind of quickly get set up with what game it is, and then we'll really start. I think that's working. I don't think there's anything I have to change on the Twitch side. I don't think I need any tags. I've been hearing that putting tags in actually messes up analytics on YouTube. They think it's spam is the reason. So we're just gonna go ahead and put the game name, and that's it. And we're sending it to Magic the Gathering Arena. I know it's not actually that, but you know, it's how it goes. It's how it goes. Okay, so I have a very specific window size all set up for this. So I'm going to have to like keep in mind on what I'm doing, and on the vertical side, because I am streaming vertically, I have to remember to swap to like shop view and quest choice and the actual battle screen whenever those come up. So we're going to try fantasy mode, which means that I can upgrade my HP and like my starting equipment and all that stuff as I go. Commander sub format, so we need at least 100 cards in our deck with a leading card, a legendary card. Doing random commander, and I want to do a sanction format standard. So every card we should get initially should be all standard cards. So within the last several years of cards, and we'll just call this stream time or something. There we go. And we'll see what we get. Alright, so we're going to have to build a new deck, and I'm going to have to swap over the shop view for the other guys. And... yeah, okay, yeah, that all makes sense. I just wanted to make sure the shop view made sense for the other guys, the portrait watchers. So, sort by set, and disintegrate. This is not all standard. These are not standard. Okay, let's try this again. Close this out. Home. Start quest. Random commander. Random standard. And fantasy mode. Commander thing. Sanction format. Prize card. Sanction format standard. Starting world standard. I think that's what we want. A stream. Okay, let's see if we get nothing but standard cards this time. I mean, Lost Caverns, MKM, OTJ. Yeah, this is all standard. Some of them are from like reprints of really old cards, so yes, this should be standard. And well, what the hell? I had 24. Oh wow, I got a lot of people popping in. How's it going? So yeah, we're gonna make a deck based around this. Gonna have to figure out what colors I want. Although we do have Threats Around Every Corner, one of my favorite cards. I'll be honest. That's cool. And well, we should start by choosing our commander. So, just one moment. Not group, main, commander. And here are the cards that we have that qualify as commanders. So, we could do Avatar Aang for 4-color kind of thing. We don't want to do a single color because we just don't have enough cards for that. So, we're going to have to choose at least one with dual color identity. Ultimecia would be interesting. Whenever she enters Surveil 2 at the beginning of your end step, you may pay a lot of mana and exile 8 cards from your graveyard, and you can transform her into Omnipotent. Transforms, take an extra turn after this one, so for an extra turn, really. It's a really expensive extra turn, though. a really expensive extra turn. We're gonna have a dinosaur. You may pay 2. When you do, target dinosaur you control deals damage equal to its power to another target creature. Spells from your graveyard or exile cost 2 less. Plotting from your hand costs 2 less. The interesting thing about this particular card is that it is compatible with airbending, by the way. So if you airbend something with this card out, to recast whatever you airbend is completely free. Although, I mean, I don't know how many cards I have that I can airbend. And plus, airbending is a white thing, and this is a green-blue. So that's a little awkward. Avatar Aang, whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. Then if you're done all 4 of them this turn, transform into cast less to cast. Beginning of each of your upkeep, you may transform. You do draw 4 cards, put 1/1, deals 4 damage to each opponent. So you may, once you go back to Master of Elements, you can go back at any point and redo this, basically back and forth. And that retransformation is pretty powerful because, well, draw 4 cards, put 4 1/1s, all those. The issue is getting all 4 of those things done in one turn is kind of a tall order. Once each turn, huh? Okay. That's a nice cheap commander, 1 mana commander. Helps out with lesson cards, that'd be kind of cool. At the beginning of your first main step, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X non-land, where X is the number of colors among permanents you control. For each of those colors, you may exile a card of that color. Then shuffle, you may cast those cards this turn. The issue is you need a lot of mana in order to make that happen. Let's go with Ultimecia. I've been digging blue-black recently in Arena, so let's go with Ultimecia as our commander. And we're gonna have to filter this so it's only blue and black. Oh, it kind of already done that. Okay, never mind. And let's filter it by set first. So we got Moon Shadow. That's a pretty neat card. This core is real nice for extra mana and an extra body on the floor. Secret Tunnel. Grand. Let's go ahead and get Grand. Waterbend Skin. Okay. Spider-Man. I don't know the Spider-Man set all that well. I'm used to playing the other one on Arena. Target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card if I kick it. It's kind of an expensive kickback there. I'll throw it in because maybe I don't have any other options. Edge of Eternity's command bridge is kind of nice. Torpedo, Attach it to a creature you control. Hexproof until the end of the turn. 1/2. I like that. It's pretty easy. You draw 2 cards and 2 life. I do like this. It goes pretty well with warp, and yeah, it goes real well with warp. Ooh, I already have a horror, so I could potentially pivot this into a horror deck. Love horror cards, by the way. 2 horrors. I'm gonna take that. I'll take Adventurer Zen. I never really liked Eden. I mean, it could be really good in a green-black deck, but it's not really all that good for me right now. Take Elixir. Elixir's pretty decent. Whenever this creature attacks, untap target attacking creature and is a cleric in addition to its other types. There's some shenanigans you could do with that. Combat tutorial is useful. It's a 1/1 and it's pretty decent. We'll take her. When this creature enters, choose one. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage this turn, or exile up to 2 targets from a single graveyard. 3 mana for 3/2 seems kind of weak. I'll take it, I guess. I do like Cornered by Black Mages. It gets another body on the floor, and it also kills an enemy thing. Leviathan can be good, but we're not going to take it. We're going to take Primal Odin. I remember back when the Final Fantasy set first released and everyone was trying to make Primal Odin work. There were some ways you could do it. This can be pretty good. It shuts down a enemy, thing for 1 mana. That's kind of nice. Each non-dragon creature gets -XX until the end of the turn. I mean, that can be good, but it's kind of expensive on both sides. And it probably hurt me more than the enemy at times. I think I'll take Scrap Compactor. Never really used it before, but it's worth something. Hey, that's a pretty good get. The Monument. Target any number of target players mill 2 cards. For the Exhaust, any number of target players mill cards equal to the number of cards in their graveyard. I've seen this used plenty of times to mill someone to death. That someone being me, by the way. Max speed, you get a draw card on this one. I think that's okay. If I mill it, I can use the max speed to do something there. I do actually like cards with exhaust on them. Mill 2 cards, then return a creature or vehicle from your graveyard to your hand. It's only accrue 1 as well. It looks shit. Looks a little bit like a Batmobile. Nice. Create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact with flying. Kind of expensive. Kind of expensive in terms of mana. Cycling 2? That'd be good in a discard-based deck, like a red-blue, but eh. Okay, we'll go with that because there is a chance that we'll have kind of that sort of situation go on. Gleaming Banner. Create a treasure token when that dies. Pretty cheap to get out. Let's go ahead and grab it. I do like the pick. It's pretty nice. It's cheap to get out and cheap to equip. Runaway together is just generally decent. Hero's Downfall, destroy target creature or planeswalker for 3 mana at instant speed. That could probably get me out of a situation. Ooh, Phyrexian Arena. I like this art better. Bear Trap could be good. Get Out, I like Get Out. Ooh, we're in Duskmourn territory. Derelict Attic, unlock this door, draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. If a creature attacks alone, it gets +1/0 and gains Death Touch until the end of the turn. Useful? Pretty useful, honestly. Meat Locker, when this opens, target creature gets a stun counter onto it. And the other one is draw 3 cards and discard a card. I mean, I just love me some freaking artifact, or I just love me some Duskmourn. And Rooms. Eerie, whenever an enchantment you control enters and whenever you fully unlock a room, it gets 1/1 until the end of the turn. Very useful, although it's expensive as hell. And it's a temporary bonus, so it's kind of ass, actually, looking at it. We could do some Bloomburrow shenanigans. Gift a card, counter target creature if it instead counter target spell. I do like that because it's a pretty decent counter, honestly. We're kind of adding cards kind of slowly. We're up to 37, by the way. We need 99. Warden attacks into the battlefield, gains flying. So this benefits from having like constant creatures come out, which is kind of what I want. Enters, choose target opponent. If they lost life this turn, they reveal their hand and choose a non-land card from it. Discard that hand. Otherwise, they just discard a card normally. Okay, okay. Ooh, Mind Drill. I've been experimenting with threshold-based mechanics recently in Arena, and Mind Drill is one of those cards that has been involved in that. So the rats in Bloomborough are really interesting if you can get them working well together. So we're going to add that. Phantom Interfere is kind of bad. Whenever you commit a crime, put a 1/1. Only it happens once a turn. For 4 mana, you could just have that happen. Like, just perform a crime using that one card. That's kind of good. Okay, that's kind of good. This guy draws a card for me if he deals damage, and he can't be blocked if we've committed a crime. Top card of your library has plot. The plot cost is equal to its mana cost value. You may plot non-land cards from the top of your library. That's just silly. That's really silly. That's a very silly card. I'm surprised I don't see it more often, honestly. I've been getting, I've been playing more of the Murderers at the Manor set MKM. And honestly, it's pretty good, honestly. Like, I think it was a flop when it came out, but a lot of the mechanics in it, I feel like have increased in value since it came out. Whenever one or more creature cards leave your graveyard, gets 1/0 and gains menace and lifelink until the end of the turn. See, that would be pretty good if it wasn't so expensive. That'd be pretty good in a green-blue deck. Or a green-black deck, rather. I'll take it. Return up to one other creature to its hand. If you control it, investigate. I think the reason why people don't like that set is because of the investigation, honestly. It's just a more expensive card draw for the most part, but like there are plenty of ways to make those artifacts from investigating actually work for you. I'll take a greedy bootlegger or whatever his name was. Oaken Siren is pretty nice. Skull Cap Snail is pretty useful. Four more permanent cards in your graveyard. Ray of Ruin destroys a land. Interesting. Collector's Vault is just generally useful. Create a Wicked Roll. You control. I never got into the rolls in that particular set. On the top or bottom of their library. That could be useful. Whoops, that could be useful. I was going to add her anyway. Alright, we're up to 49 cards. Oh god. Okay, we're going to have to add a lot of cards. So we will just go down the list here. And we're adding more. Oh, you know what? We need to add a basic land, so let's do that real quick. So we're going to add 15 of each. I'm pretty sure that's the preferred split, or like how many lands we'll need for Commander. I could be wrong. Okay, now we're up to 81. Cool. Some of this is coming from the Ninja Turtle set, by the way, which hasn't released. I think I will take Eden. Magic Pod is okay. You draw 2 cards and you lose 2 health. Create a 0/1 whenever you cast a non-basic spell or non-creature spell, deal 1 damage to the enemy. Wizards you control get 1/0 and gain lifelink until the end of the turn. Okay. I can agree with that. I don't see it very often in Standard, though. Dormant Crocodile. When this creature dies, create a 2/2 zombie druid creature token. Yeah, that's okay. I can agree with that. Renew. Yeah, that's okay. Has a renew effect. Yeah, it's okay. 1/1 with Thopter. Crew 2, I mean, it could be useful. It's pretty expensive, though. Sacrifice this artifact to destroy a target permanent. If I get to 7 mana, that's a bad situation, but I mean, it might be able to get me out of a bad situation. Some of these spells are making more sense now that I think about it, because, you know, the enemy's gonna have 40 HP, so... oh, by the way, I can only have 1 copy of each card. All non-land permanents target player controls to their hand. Oh, that's just a win button. I think we will take erratic thing. Conductive Machete, Fountain Bell. Machete's pretty cool, makes a 4/4, and it, you know, does the whole Manifest Dread thing, which can be easily built on. Okay, we're up to 99. And we'll just say blue... I can't spell. Blue, black. And we will save this. Okay, we're gonna go back home. And then go back to quest view. So, now that we have a deck, we need to choose who we want to fight. I have 35 HP, forgot that was a thing. There's a Bazaar, that's new to me. And, Banker, Sleight of Hand. Yeah, this is all pretty new to me. Whoops, okay. What do we got? Looks like we can buy creatures to start off on the field in front of us before we fight. We don't have to cast them, they'll be on the field. Membership. 1 more booster pack to the pack selection after you win. Cards lost in anti-match will be available immediately following the match in the card shop. Gives a bonus 10% to match winnings. Improves sell percentages by 1%. Improves chance of finding random rare after a match by 15%. +1 to max life. 250 credits. Reduces max life by 1. Okay. Alright then. Back home. Let's take a look at the spell shop. So this is the spell shop. Now you can get booster packs like colorless, black booster, white booster, and also set packs as well. So we're going to sort by set, and I'm going to take a look at Duskborn first. Looks like there's nothing I'm really interested in Duskborn. Bloomburrow has a raccoon. Raccoons are like I typically go when I'm playing a game like a new thing. I typically go for cards that are part of like playstyles that I do on Arena, if I'm being honest. So like I don't really play vampires on Arena, so I probably won't go for that vampire, even though it's kind of a nice card. I'm looking for stuff like what do you call it? Like enchantments. Rooms. Oh, also there's set specific boosters as well. Like this one's a Spider-Man draft booster pack for 395 gold. And it also shows me like how much of the set I own so far. So that's cool. But honestly, I'm not really seeing anything. Xanderkind is pretty good, but it's expensive. Vincent Valentine. That can be good. Whenever something dies, he gets stronger. He can also transform, which gives him, most importantly, lifelink. And then if Galleon Beast dies, it returns as Vincent. So it's like pretty good. For 120, I'll take it. Probably won't throw it in immediately though. Honestly, there are not that many blue or black spells here. Yeah. So, yeah. That shop will reset when we get back over to when we get done fighting the first enemy. So, this mode is all about taking duels. New challenge will be available in 20 wins. I thought it was 10 wins. Jesus. And yeah, let's go ahead and try. Oh, by the way, these are the commanders. I could do random opponent, or I can fight one of the randomly chosen ones. Ah, that went right in. Okay, here we go. So we got 2 mana in our starting hand. And most of everything is a bit expensive, but all I really need is 1 mana. So we'll give this a shot. We'll see how this goes. I should have gone with blue first. Oh, by the way, my enemies are commanders as well. And they also have more HP than me to start off with, but that's just part of the whole, like, fantasy element where you slowly get more powerful. So it's not that big of a deal that they're a little bit stronger than me. We'll do Dagger Fang, I think. He has decent stats for what's going on. He has Death Touch. Enters, you may mill 2 cards. Top card of your library into your graveyard. So I can choose to mill. I think I will. What we milled was 2 lands, so I think that was worth. Into the exile zone. What's he doing? Target player exiles all land cards from their graveyard. Okay. And we will throw away just a random card, a random land. Okay, it's a good thing we have Death Touch on the field because that Sandstorm Crasher looks kind of mean. We're gonna hold off. We're gonna attack with using this. Did not block. Attacking with that, that's no good. We kind of don't have the HP to be taking a lot of hits. Oh, it reminds me, we have our freaking, what do you call it? Commander. I keep forgetting about the commander. If you can't tell, I don't play commander all that often, so this is somewhat of a learning experience for me as well. Let us toss. Let's toss him. Because we're not summoning in that many creatures at the moment. It's not that kind of deck yet. We could warp in our boy for 2 mana, and then do this, or another 3. Is that void permanent left the battlefield, or spell was warped this turn? So I can warp my boy in. When this creature enters until the end of the turn, target creature gets +2. When it dies, return it to the battlefield. Okay, that's fine with me. Really just did that to get the additional benefit of HP. Okay. This is warped, by the way. It's gonna go right back into my exile in a few moments. Okay, enemy's down to 24 HP. He just enchanted my boy, Daggerfang, with a cannot attack card. So that's unfortunate. Discard a card. This creature gets +1/0 on Menace. Activate only as a sorcery. Let's get Moonshadow out there. This starts with 6 Wither tokens or Wither counters on it. Or -1/1s rather, is what they're called. And every time something is put into the graveyard on my side, it gets some removed. I'm gonna go ahead and put a 1/1 onto it immediately. And let's go ahead and get the treasure vault out. This guy can discard a card on his own. This guy can discard a card as well. He can cycle. Weirdly enough, that interesting card that I put into the deck seems like the best choice there. Made a clue token. 3 damage to a new creature. I think that works for me. It's only 3. This will work out in multiple situations here. Is that also buffed up Moonshadow, which is pretty cool. Killed one of his creatures. So now Moonshadow can't be blocked by Cloud, which, by the way, holy shit, Cloud is out already. And, yeah, it's looking good. So Moonshadow won't be blockable currently. Fleeting Effigy, interesting. Kind of a wasted turn on them. What Fleeting Effigy is it's a creature that has haste, and it goes back into your hand whenever it during the turn it comes out. I've seen people build a deck around that where they just throw out Fleeting Effigies over and over again in order to like make unavoidable damage happen, essentially. Because if you have no removal, you're somewhat screwed. Exhaust ability, draw a card, discard, put a 1/1 onto that creature. It's pretty useful. Yeah, we got Runaway together. That's actually really good. Because what we could do is run away together on Cloud and my Dagger Fang. So there goes that enchantment that was on that. So next turn I'll be able to get Dagger Fang back out. And, well, actually I could do that this turn. Now Moonshadow is to her full potential. And I don't need more lands. Okay, enemy down to 8 HP. Looking good. Cloud is back out, that's fine. 1 less to cast for each. Pay mana cost of 1 because I have so much stuff in my graveyard already. Does he have First Strike? No, he doesn't. Oh yeah, I got Ultimecia. I keep forgetting about my commander. Damn it. Alright, Ultimecia. Boop. Yeah, might as well get this guy out when I get a chance, too. The windows used to for the commander window, by the way, is kind of awkward. Because I can't capture those. Those are going to just be windows that you guys can't see. Anyway, this is over. You can't stop all of this. This is a best out of 3, by the way, so we won our first one. Is this adventure mode? It is actually quest mode. I'll show you the interface after. Well, actually, technically, I could show it to you right now. So this is the general interface for quest mode. You basically choose a duel, and you get credits, basically money, and you can use that to buy spells in the spell shop, which, I mean, if you're watching on mobile, it probably looks insane at the moment, but basically it's like a Colosseum. The more you win, the more money you get, the more cards you can buy, and the more interesting you can make your decks. And the cool thing about this is that it has you fighting enemies that are using commander decks as well. Unlike adventure mode, which doesn't have enemies all using commander decks. So yeah, you're actually fighting commander decks. Let's go with this so that I may be able to unsummon whatever he puts into the here. What is this? It's just a basic unit. I could save the unsummon for later. And this has job select. A 2/1 hero. Whenever this creature attacks, untap attacking creature and is a cleric. Okay. But yeah, it's a pretty cool mode, honestly. And I was able to set it up so that I start with nothing but standard cards as well, by the way. Which is pretty good for me because I don't know any other, you know, formats. I can get other format-like cards, like if I go to a different world. There is a Commander Adventure mode, if you're wondering. It's in prototype right now, but it's in a specific spot when you first start the adventure. Like, I saw a Reddit post about it the other day, and I can't block that. I saw a Reddit post about that Commander Adventure mode, and yeah, there's one that's part of the snapshot build. If you stay up to date on the snapshot, you can get access to it and give it a shot. But it is still very much in prototype. I think it's called like Realms of something. Look for something that says Realms when you're choosing that, because it says like choose your world, and one of them is like Realms of something. You could alternatively try to find the Reddit post I saw that in, but that's a bit awkward. Okay, I'm messing up this battle, by the way. I could be doing way better. We're going to unsummon him. We're going to get the freebooter out. And we'll see how this goes. Cloud is out. That's why we got the freebooter. Freebooter generates a treasure token and scries one whenever he dies. So he's really just there to take a hit. And I like what it scried, so we're keeping it. It was an island, by the way. So we're slowly killing ourselves with this Phyrexian arena. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna like solve this. Create a wicked token. We could do that, so let's go ahead and do that. Wicked token on him. Gave him a extra 1/1. Can't be blocked if you committed a crime this turn. It also gives me card draw. He's not attacking because he's worried that I'll block it. But yeah, take a good look through the options when you go through and start a new commander quest in adventure mode, because I think there's more options than you would expect currently. If they lost life this turn, they reveal your hand and you choose a non-land card from it. They have 4 cards in their hand currently. Let's just go ahead and get the Firebomb and Diversion unit out. Diversion unit flies so he can avoid Cloud. Yeah, we got 2 flying units out, so that's good. We can't block him. He used some kind of anti-blocking card. Put 4 1/1 counters on target creature. Okay, goodbye, Cloud. And then we'll Alpha Strike. Put that island out. And we might as well get Fleb out. This way we can see the top card of our library at any time. You guys won't be able to see it because it's a separate window. Oh, yeah, the Commander is a selectable format in Adventure right now, but that doesn't, so you do want to get over to that Realms mode because the issue with that is the enemies will all use normal decks currently, and there's just a single developer currently working on a edition that makes all enemies use actual commander decks. He says he's about halfway done with it, from my understanding, but it's you'll know you're in the right place because when it boots up differently, it doesn't have you in that one room. It has you in like a church with a bunch of like books that you can pick up immediately, and then you can just make whatever deck you want at that point. But yeah, I would look out for that because it's really cool. It looks cool. Okay, he has 5 HP left. I forgot to spend my mana. That's fine. We're winning either way. Draw 2 cards, lose 2 HP. That's fine. Alright, let's just do an Alpha Strike. Okay, cool. So I got 25 credits for that, and because I didn't lose, I got an extra 25 credits. So 50 credits in total. Not that much, but you start to see a lot more like kickback once you start winning multiple times in a row. So as you can see, I have 80 credits now, where I started off that fight with like 30. So anyway, that wasn't so bad. Did all right. We didn't get much in return other than those credits, but I've seen the enemy in this mode drop booster packs. So that's really what we're after currently, those booster packs. And we could do random opponent, and that could put us up against like medium level opponents which pay better, or we can try to go for another easy opponent. I think I am going to go with Ulamog because I have no idea what that is. Probably green. Oh no, it's Eldrazi. Oh no. It's a colorless Eldrazi deck is what I'm fighting now. Let's set this up so you guys can see. Boop. Okay. So Ulamog is this fella right here. When you cast Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger, exile 2 target permanents. He is indestructible. Whenever he attacks, defending player exiles the top 20 cards of his library. So, we're in trouble. I do have a plan, though. We got Odin. That's a good sign. So, if we could get Odin out, we could just end this before he gets a chance to do anything. Enters battlefield, may search for a library and basic land. Ah, fuck that up. I thought that was a job select equipment. Erratic Apparition is actually kind of nice because it has vigilance and flying, by the way. That's actually a pretty good combination of, like, it's also another flying creature that he has to contend with. Yeah, that's a flying creature. I think someone just knocked at my door, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. What the fuck was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, we tap the big scary thing. So we're just gonna keep chunking away at him. I can't block. Oh, he's flying. Could trash compactor him. Or we could save the trash compactor for when his commander comes out. Okay, that's 3-3 right now. Could trash compact. No, oh no, I can't. Those are all getting scarier. I'm not used to fighting Eldrazi decks, by the way, so I really don't know what sort of shenanigans he could be up to. That lifelink he has is really annoying. Okay, I have enough to get Odin out. Blowing up his lifelink creature. I don't think we're going to be able to get the win from Odin, by the way. The extra possible win. Is that flying? It sure is. Alright, I think it's time to trash compactor that one with all those tokens on it. Let's see if we can trick him. Whenever it becomes tapped, draw a card and discard a card. Don't really need that. Damn. There goes the his guy, his main dude. One less for each card in my graveyard. Death Touch. That's immortal, right? Yeah. Whenever he attacks, defending player exiles top 20 cards. So even if I defend against it, it will exile a quarter of my deck. Let's do Derelict Addict to get some more cards. Not the greatest, honestly. You can rescue some of those cards from my graveyard, but that's not really going to do much for me. Good news is this boy's not flying. The bad news is he still has 37 HP. And he's indestructible. In my graveyard, my Flanking Menace. Does this really help me out? Not really. Let's do this. You need something blocking. The rest can go on all-out offense. Things are not looking... Oh, yeah, okay, he won that one. Man, I did not know that that was this particular Phyrexian's name. Also, I need a mulligan this. That's a little bit better. Let's discard the Odin. If I remember right, the Phyrexians actually have a surprising amount of, what do you call it? Ramp. Like, there's a lot of ramp in the Phyrexian deck, if I remember right. We'll let the damage come through. I could stop for a little bit using that. When this creature exiles one target card from a graveyard, target creature you control connives. Okay. Connive on the flyer. And we will discard the freebooter. The Strike Mastery may actually be what I need to win this, by the way. Hero's Downfall is useful too. We are going to go ahead and Meat Locker the tapped creature right here. That puts stun counters onto him, so he won't be able to really fight back all that much using that creature. Do we have any activatables on these guys? Not really. Only this. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. Alpha Strike. It's down to 13 HP. Creature owner puts it on the top or bottom of their library. Alright, let's throw this guy back into his library. And then another Alpha Strike. We're gonna combat tutorial myself and this Thopter. Okay. And then we'll just Alpha Strike. And we'll do an Undying Maneuver onto this guy he's blocking. I mean, it was a little overkill, but it worked. Undying Maneuver would have put that guy right back onto the field and to make another Thopter, by the way. Oh, I see. Okay, cool. I was thinking, like, I don't see a swamp, but no, there is a swamp there. What is this? Take a Minotaur from your hand and put it directly into play as though it was just summoned. Didgeridoo. That's weird because I don't think there are Minotaurs in a Phyrexian deck. Super strange. Let's get the magic pot out. When this guy dies, he actually creates a treasure token. Well, less importantly, he also removes things out of graveyards. What is this? Whenever a non-artifact permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you may return another permanent you control that shares that permanent type with it to its owner's hand. So, what does that mean? It means he can it's an unsummon for either his or my creatures if we share some kind of thing. Huh. That's not great. That's a problem. Oh, it has 1/4. I thought it has 1/1. Okay. You made it day. Why did you make it day? It's neither day nor night. It becomes day as this enters the battlefield. If it's night, it becomes day. Otherwise, it becomes night. Whenever the day or night becomes day, or night becomes day, you gain 1 life, and you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. So that's just making him HP. Okay. And, you know, card draw and stuff, but mostly HP. And no reason to attack on that one. Get the trash compactor out. Let's push that back into his hand because it's expensive. Yeah, he had to throw it back out. Cool. I could counter stuff too, using that. Could also just do this. Fluctuator. Cycling costs you 2 less to play. Okay, that's not really something I'm too worried about. Oh, Sphinx. Put an oil counter. Okay, this guy will draw me cards if I commit crimes. Which I'm about to commit a crime. Oh, right, I need to do this. Cancel that, and then do this. I'm not getting too many creatures at the moment, which is unfortunate. Man, he's got a lot of artifacts. If a non-land permanent left the battlefield or spell was warped, put a 1/1 on this creature. Okay. Blocked the wrong thing. Got a free card out of it. Might be time for me to get Ultimecia out. Let's see if I can afford Ultimecia. Keep forgetting I have a commander, you know. Enters or attacks Surveil 2. Just 2 swamps, we can throw that into the graveyard. Beginning of your end step, you may pay 8 mana and exile cards from your graveyard. 8 cards from the graveyard. If you do transform, I only have 8 or I only have 4 cards in my graveyard currently. Ooh, Fountain Port. Fountain Port Bell is kind of shitty. It's kind of alright. When it enters, you can put a card onto the top of your deck, and then you can sacrifice this Fountain Port in order to draw that card immediately. It's only lands you can put on top of your deck. The issue is, do I want a land card next turn? I guess I do. And we will go with an island. I don't like the sound of that. Cancel that. You just killed everything on my side. What did you do? What was that? He also killed a lot of his own stuff. Yeah, figure it out later. Got another island? Damn it. Okay, I think it's time to just take the hit. Putting those into the graveyard. Okay, now all I need is 8 mana. Roll to 2. Roll a 6-sided die for Science Fair Project. Deals no damage this turn. Doesn't cause it to tap. +2/2. First strike flying. Okay, I see. Well, didn't do any damage this turn. That's probably the best roll I could have gotten. I need 8 mana, and I have 8 mana. And I'll just keep throwing stuff in the graveyard. Okay, exile 8 cards from my graveyard. We'll start with lands. The less useful stuff after that. Okay, and now I get an extra turn. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and get an extra Thoptera. That's counter spell, not the other thing. Let's make her fly as well. Okay. What's her other ability? When this creature transforms, take an extra turn. That's it. Okay, just menace an extra turn. Circle of Power, let's go for it. Wait, does that count for her? I think it does. Yeah, it does. She's a wizard. Oh, she's a warlock. Never mind, she's a warlock. Kind of the turn where we just cast everything. Rolled a 1. Ouch, that sucks for him. He's about to lose that. Okay, we get our choice of a... Because we won twice in a row, we get a choice of a booster. And it's giving me either Duskborn or Aetherdrift. Both of them are good, but I really like Duskborn, so we're going with Duskborn. And... we're getting some good cards. Is this viewable on your guys' side? Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see here. So I got the Onslaught, which is a really good card. What it does is it manifests Dread over and over again and puts 1/1s equal to how many times you manifest Dread using this. So, like, I usually end up getting 4 manifest Dreads out using this, so you end up with 4 6/6 creatures, and if it's Magic the Gathering Arena, they usually give up at that point. Fear of Imposters, counter a target spell. So it's a creature that counters a spell. Return a card from your graveyard to the battlefield, or destroy a target creature. So it's kind of a revival or destroy thing. Mirror of Surveillance, I've used a fair bit. What is this? Whenever he attacks, surveil 1, so that's a good way to gain cards into my graveyard. 1/1 counter on it if a creature died this turn. Okay. Say its name. Mill 3 cards and you may return a creature. This wouldn't work in, by the way, this wouldn't work in the format I'm playing. I'm pretty sure. Because you need multiple copies of this in your graveyard for that to work. Alright, let's go over to the shop. So, boop, bop, shop. Alright. Because we played a few matches, the shop should have restocked. So, you may have some stuff we can pick up. Smoky Lounge. Ticket booth. We want to pivot to a red-blue or something like that. These would be good for that. You'll notice that some of these are cheaper than others. Boomburrow. Oh, this is a really good card, by the way. When it enters, it creates a food token, and when it dies, it creates a food token. And it has pretty decent stats for 2 mana. It's a really, really nice one for, you know, food tokens. If a repeat offender is suspected, put a 1/1 counter on it, otherwise suspected. So you can put on a lot of 1/1. This isn't a tap to do, so if you have a lot of mana, you can just suspect it and then put a bunch of 1/1 counters onto it. Could be good. Could be a good way of using my mana. So we'll get that. Right now we're focusing on black and blue. As long as an artifact enters the battlefield under your control this turn, this creature can attack as if it didn't have Defender. It's pretty decent stats for blue and all that stuff. And that would be kind of good if I remember to use my mana correctly, so we'll grab that. Waterbend 4, draw a card and discard a card. As an additional cost to cast this spell, behold a goblin or pay 2. You can't block. When this creature dies, destroy target creature and opponent controls with 2 or less. Okay, I can see that being 40 credits. Coper, you doing okay over there? I only see a few letters of what you said. We already have a collector's vault. Remember, we can only have 1 card of each thing, so there's no reason for me to get another one. So, we will go back over to Quest. Oh no. We'll go for it. Urtail, Mulesian, Mysterio. Oh well, Mysterio, of course. I'm pretty sure that's just a monocolor blue deck, so yeah, that will be an interesting one. So far we haven't lost. How many credits do we have? 13? I spent all my money? I spent my money again? Okay. Hopefully it looks alright for you guys. We got 2 mana, including Moon Shadow. Yeah, I think I can work with this. Get Moon Shadow out immediately. Mind Stone. Colorless to your mana pool. Play this ability as a mana source. So that's like the first mana rock that probably was in the game. Okay, we're doing Collector's Vault, because this will allow me to get Moon Shadow going. So I use this, draw a card, discard a card, and we're gonna discard. What is this? Whenever 1 or more permanent cards. We'll do Elixir. And we can attack because this has Menace. What are the odds that he has some kind of unsummon thing? What's this? During each player's upkeep, return to owner's hand each creature that player controls with power greater than the number of cards in his or her hand. Well, shit. So I have to carefully keep this below how many cards I have. Well, that's gonna be awkward. Do how many options here? Graveyard to your hand, Pilfer. 1. I think just straight attacking would do the job. Oh, he stole my Moon Shadow. Although this works against him if I can just get him below the amount of cards he has, or like the power of his cards. Which one do I want to throw away for them? Probably Mana Geode. So he can't ramp anymore. It's down to 3 cards. There's a job select. Let's see here. I discarded 2 cards there, and none of it was what we were looking for. Technically, I'm losing. I do have ways of getting my card back here, but I'm just not drawing them at the moment. So we'll do this. Oh, I got my card back. You must have done something there. Oh, you know what it was? His creature got too powerful for how many cards he had. I think that's going to happen again with this one as well, by the way. That 10 damage? That's 10 damage. Oh, I'm so screwed. What is that? 1/1 for each card in your hand. Oh, it's weirdly good for what he's doing. Let's throw him out, because he has the ability of getting me HP. Is that flying? I thought you only had one. Ah, shit. Well, I lost this first round. That's a tricky deck. Shit, I dropped my fucking... Well, I dropped my keyboard, and as I caught it, I hit a key on it. So we're starting with these. We'll get a defender out. He's got those cards out again, those really scary ones. Myriad instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less. You may cast sorcery as if they had flash. That's a spicy one. Luckily I have this. Got rid of that. Using blight counters if you're wondering. This is an island, a vehicle island. Interesting. You know what I need in this deck? It's that one spell that allows you to destroy a creature to draw 2 cards. Six. Okay. I really need another island. Whenever we cast a blue target, mills 2 cards. Okay. Trade a treasure. Dies under your control, draw 2 cards. Whenever one or more permanent enters your graveyard, my Moon Shadow gets more powerful. Could trash Compactor him, which I may end up doing down the line. And I could also unsummon him, which I am going to do. And we can get Flip out. And that means I can also look at the top card of my graveyard. What can he do? Plot is equal to its mana cost. Okay. So I can plot the card on top. Which is something I can't do right now because it's a 3 mana cost thing. So what's on top of my graveyard now? Or my thing right now? Not something I want to mess with. So what's on top of my card now? It's a land. I can't really do anything with that. It's up to Zumpin, but it's not really making much sense. He's just putting out more artifacts and not actually equipping them. So we could just Alpha Strike and that should end this match. Yep. Alright. I still haven't seen Mysterio come out, which is interesting. We don't have any land, so I'm gonna mulligan. That's a little bit better. We can work with that. Probably get rid of that one. This one gets cheaper the more things I have in graveyard, so should be fine. And this will allow me to get a single swamp. As long as I don't mess this up. What the hell is this? Whenever this vehicle attacks or blocks, you may draw a card. If you do, discard a card. Smuggler's Copter. Just a special art for a, previous print. And we will crack open the Fountain Bell to get another swamp. That's oddly unlucky. Why is this island in front? What's going on with this island? Tap to add 3 colorless. It doesn't say it has any stats. Picked blue. Now it has stats. That's not good. Yeah, I do have a way of doing this. First, we'll throw that out. Good. He decided not to attack. Whatever made this into a creature is probably a one-time thing, so let's just go ahead and pop it back into his hand. Getting a Thopter, mostly for defense. Oh, that's not good. Forgot about the vehicle. Oh, it's getting weird. Okay, okay. 4, 2, 0. Clicked outside the game. Okay. Is that 4-4 or 4-1? Looks like 4-1. I'm gonna let the damage come through. Okay. We'll keep the Thopter from attacking right now. Thopter blocks that. Actually, Thopter does not block that. One fewer cards to have to worry about. 4-5. That's actually really good because we can use this to make you more powerful. Renew spells are kind of rare to see, but they're really nice. It's 4-5. I can use these to block that. This to block that, just to conserve HP at this point. Now I don't have to worry about that big boy getting in our way. Gold Vein Pig, I'll take it. It creates a treasure token every time it actually hits. I'm gonna make this into a creature. We don't really need the mana anymore, I'm just wanting him to block it to kill off one of his units. Beginning of my upkeep, lose 1 HP. I can deal with that. Oh, there goes my buffed up unit. Viewers at Stream Boo. Uh-oh. I forgot I added Fang into this. Good news is this guy's cheap as hell to get back out. Getting kind of thin on HP. Colossus Whale? Well, that's no good. Counter target, return 2 you own back to hand. Oh, enchantments. What's this do again? Mill 2 cards, sacrifice. When you do, return another target permanent. Okay. What do I want? I want... I mean, that's pretty good. Where is he? Was he exiled? He was exiled, wasn't he? I want the elixir. Equip one. I can't block him. Is he flying? No, he has island walk, that's why. May exile a target creature defending player controls until he leaves the battlefield. That's when he attacks? Oh. And Island Walk really screwed me there. That's fine, that's fine. Can't win them all. The good news is I'm pretty sure you get those packs every time you get 2 wins in general, not 2 wins in a row. Let's go and do some changes to the deck. So, quest deck, blue-black. Alright, so what do we need and what don't we need? Because we actually do have a fair few cards we can add. Just make sure the things that we don't need are being shown up. Change it by cost. So we need to figure out what works for us and what doesn't. There's plenty of cards that we've never seen actually get drawn. Rot Farm Mortipede doesn't do anything for us. So that can go. I'm surprised how good Chitin Gravestalker is, if I'm being completely honest. It's a card I should probably keep an eye out on for, like, in my normal play. Phyrexian Arena is probably what killed me last time, but I think it was also the thing that was keeping me alive, like, in terms of cards. Okay. Surveil 1, whenever it attacks, it's also a horror. So I may take that. I do like horror cards. Virus Beetle may be pretty useful, just make the enemy discard a card. So most expensive, Leviathan, Leviathan is good, but you have to build your deck around it. Return each creature that isn't a Kraken, Leviathan, Merfolk, Octopus, or Serpent to its house. Okay, I just did something. Okay. Don't save. I must have hit enter or something on my keyboard. So let's try this again. Rot Farm isn't doing anything for us. Let's get Vincent in there. What's this one? Return it to the battlefield, +1/+1. Okay. When this enters, if it was kicked, target player sacrifices a creature of their choice. 3 black mana? kind of useful. It's a way to thin out their deck, or thin out their field. I think I'm gonna remove Conductive Machete. It's okay, but it's not that great. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery, gets +2/0. Oh, what I was about to say is summoning Leviathan, like, you need to have a very specific build in mind in order to make it work, if I'm being honest. Either, like, a lot of, like, unused creature types, for the most part, or something along those lines. Or the ley line of transformation, or whatever it's called. The one that allows you to choose what kind of creature all your creatures are. Turn target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature explores and explores again. That could be good. With Odin, could be good. Let's go with that. I'm getting rid of that because I don't need that particular land, and we're going to replace it with something cheap. Spiderbot. Put a target land card on top. Okay, we'll go with this goblin. It's a cheap way to, if I have multiple goblins, it'd be cheap, but it's a way to remove an enemy creature. A cheap creature. This could be pretty strong too, but it's kind of expensive. Well, anyway, let's give that a shot. Oh, Ultimecia the Time Sorceress. That's who I am. I mean, I gotta find them. Oh, also, you could travel to different realms, by the way. Right now, we're in a standard realm. So we got a lot of land. A lot of land. I'm gonna mulligan that. We got basically no land. Gonna mulligan that. That's a little bit better. I can work with this. We're gonna toss the expensive card and run away together. And do that. Let me just check to see if this is the same card that I have. It is! Get to see like what a real deck looks like with this character. Interesting thing about this, counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller takes pays 3. It costs 1 mana to do, and you have to sacrifice this creature in order to have that happen. The issue is I kind of don't have the mana right now. Damn, I kind of wanted to keep that. Is that instant? It sure is. Save our mana. Ah, that's not an instant or sorcery. Need more black mana. No! She's not flying, so... That is not an instant or sorcery. We'll take him back into hand. Phyrexian Arena. Ah, damn, I don't have enough black mana. Covert Technician. Wait, what? Wait. Put Covert Technician from their hand onto the battlefield, tapped and attacking. Oh, he used ninjutsu? Oh, he did. He used ninjutsu. It's so rare to see something use ninjutsu. You may put an artifact card with mana value less or equal to the amount of damage from your hand to the battlefield. It's like one of the cards I tried to make work like early on. That is an artifact and not an instant. What does Ultimecia cost? I think I should be able to afford that. Whenever a land is tapped for mana, return it to the owner's hand. Tap for... Ooh! Ooh, that's spicy! Oh, and I'm betting I can't just... Okay. Guess I'm back to one land. I have to discard 3 cards. We'll toss that one back and grab that. Oh, I looked at that wrong. Oh well. Something tells me I'm dying here. Alright. Okay, that's a little bit better, I think. Not really that much better. We're going to search for a swamp. Card to draft. Break expectation. Target player reveals all cards value 2 or greater in their hand. You choose one, exile. Drafts a card from Break Expectations. I'll take this because it gives me the ability to make Thopters. Activated abilities of artifacts cannot be activated. You mean this artifact that I just got? You son of a bitch. Oh, that also includes this artifact creature I was going to counter stuff using. Oh, you monster. Essentially everything in my hand is now worthless. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge. Life equal to the amount of charges. They did nothing. Interesting. It automatically attaching didn't count as a activation, which is nice. They're getting mana screwed pretty hard, honestly. I might as well throw them out. Maybe I'll figure out a way to get rid of that Null Rod down the line. Oh man, it's been a while since I've seen this card. I'm gonna block it because I don't want them getting a free, like, cast. I can choose a creature, right? The opponent chooses a creature. So I'll be the one choosing it. Okay, I don't have enough mana for this. Cool thing about these wizards that I made is that they actually I should have countered that. They actually deal damage to the enemy whenever I cast non-creature spells. Okay. So if Odin is able to get at their health pool right now, I'll just win this match. The issue is I don't really have a way of doing that. Let's try this. No such luck. I could return him back to the field, actually. Let's do that. Get rid of one of my cards because I had too many cards in hand. Throw Odin back out. He will destroy another one of their cards. I don't have enough mana. We'll get Gran out. There's 3 HP left. You can't really attack because Odin is out. And I have a flying unit that has enough damage to kill him off. Cool. Okay, that's 1 me and 1 them. So this next match is kind of for all the marbles. Job select. I can work with this. Immediately got a golden urn out though. just getting lands out currently. Okay. I do have a counter for this, and it is cornered by black mana. I don't have a counter for this. I need another black mana. Guess I'll get flip out. We'll block with both of these. And what is on top of my deck? Can I plot this for 1 black mana and then cast it later on? Huh, that might actually work. I'm gonna save that for a bit. Not worried about that damage coming through. Ultimisia's out, that's not good. And now that it's been a turn... I forgot Magic Pot is a fucking goblin. I keep forgetting that's a goblin. Power 2 or less. Oh, doesn't come into play right now, but... If I had 1 more mana, I'd be able to do this. Let's get the pot out. And if it dies, I'll be able to do this. Okay. We're going to kick it, and we're going to... Oh, cancel. We're going to kick it, and we're going to put Ultimisia back into his hand. I think Ultimisia gets more expensive if I do that, by the way. Can't block. Oh. Oh, well, shit. I really need that black mana. It's a 3/4. It's kind of... Oh, that's too much mana. Get her out. Throw the goblin at him. Must be blocked for 2. I'm sacrificing a character. It should block at least the largest amount of damage. Ooh boy, bad draws. Next card I'm getting is an island, and it's okay. Cancel that. What's the next card I'm getting? Virus Beetle. It only has 3 cards in hand. It might be useful. Ooh, this isn't looking good. Okay, down to 0 cards in hand. Need something to block her, something to block him. There's 1 card I can think of that will get me out of this situation, by the way. Does 3 damage, so might as well kill one of his bigger creatures there. Really, it's all I could do. That's fine. That's unfortunate. Okay, well, we got 2 wins and 2 losses. There is something I want to check, so... What is going on with that? There is one thing that I want to check while I'm out of that match, so just give me a few moments. Just want to kind of check like my streams to make sure that they look all right. Okay. Well, let's see here. We'll keep going. There isn't really any changes I can make to the deck currently, so let's just see if we can fight a random opponent. So who did we get? We got Huangzong. Oh, that's not good because I fought this guy on a different playthrough and with a better deck, and I got my ass kicked. Alright, we'll see how this goes. We need an island. Fountain Port is proving to actually be pretty useful. Should probably crack Fountain Port though. A mire? Really? Shuffle your library. I thought mires really kind of worked in groups, not like singular mires. It's not gonna work. This character has too much HP. If I attack with both of these, I might be able to finish off one of his creatures. Nope. He's flying now. That's not good. Oh, you know what? Let's get Ultimisi out. Okay, we're starting to take good chunks out of them. And I need to bring up this. Yep, I was on the wrong screen. There we go. Counter target spell. He's gonna sacrifice the mire if I use it cornered by black mages. Could surveil. I need how many cards? 7, right? Yeah, 7. I can only have 3. So I can't really rely on that. That's not what I clicked. That is what I clicked. How's that? Oh, here we go. Return all permanents that player controls to their hand. So now I can just Alpha Strike. just gonna throw everything into the graveyard currently. Okay, looking good. We got rid of the scary creature. And now our mind drill is at up to 5/5, by the way. And we can throw this out, might as well. Okay, first victory. First game was a victory. That's good. Mostly because we pulled that one card that puts everything back into his hand. That's not good. Target commander gains lifelink until end of turn. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. There's a version of like a witch's cabin that transforms into like a 3/3 or something like that. That can just attack and cause you to milk cards at the same time. Really kind of need a we really kind of need a freaking swamp right about now. Treasure token would work. Didn't quite work out, but that's fine. That's flying, isn't it? Okay, the good news is I can take care of that. So there went that enchantment he had on there. Yeah, at this rate he will win if it's an all-out brawl. Shit, he has enough in the tank to actually block my rat. Seven, and we currently have 7, but we need an... Oh, wait, we got this. So... let's blow the blocker up. I'm hearing kids in the background, that's not good. Okay. Let's get Vincent out since we have the treasure token. Vincent's good because he can actually get lifelink whenever he attacks. We're going to kick this out so that he has to sacrifice a creature. We're going to transform Vincent so he has trample and also lifelink. Get some of that HP we lost back. Have him sacrifice another creature. Oh, he's been exploring. What's he exploring with? When you cast a spell, you gain 1 life for each spell you've cast this turn. Pay 50 life, deals 50 damage to a target creature or player. Well, he's not going to get up to 50 HP, so I'm not too worried about that. Kind of having a hard time like getting ahead though. Oh, you know what? Let's surveil. I thought that would come up as a different window. Oh, whenever planar ally attacks, I knew I recognized this card. Venture into the dungeon. Chose a goblin token this time. Graveyard. Graveyard. 1/7 or more. Cool, cool, cool. It's taking him a sec to figure out what he wants to do. He's gonna have to start blocking though. And he is, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Okay. Dungeons are relatively weak if I'm being completely honest. Don't see myself countering his spells. Still taking chunks out of his front line. Oh, I should get Ultimecia out. What am I doing? That can go into the graveyard. Unsummon is actually pretty useful, so we're going to keep that. He has to throw a lot of stuff in front of the Galleon Beast, just because of how much damage it does and how, like, the fact that it has trample. It's like the 3rd time he's had to summon in his boy. So let's go and throw it back into his hand. Alright, so we won that. We got random opponent bonus 37, medium opponent 37, life total difference 1, didn't lose once 25, so got 100 credits and also a free card, which is a legendary human wizard to the battlefield. It's a skeleton in addition to its other things. It has no abilities, activating only as a sorcery. Interesting. Could be good. I've been looking, but I can't find anything about a commander realm. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I should be able to just... because I tested this out while booting it up. Like the other day. Update later. Apparently a new version of the game came out since I started streaming. Hopefully this doesn't look too chaotic for you guys. Adventure mode. Okay, here's the normal game. Let's go into settings, and we want to choose world and realm of legends. So realm of legends, I don't remember what it starts off as, probably Chandelar, but we want to go over to realm of legends. Abort because I was already set to realm of legends. I'm going to choose new game. We're just going to go through just a random one. Let's say a white deck, commander, all that stuff. Hit start. Oh, wait. Are you watching... Oh, fuck. I don't know which one you're watching on. If you're watching mobile, you could probably see everything I'm doing. If you're watching the other version, that's not good. How do I do this? No, that ain't that. Window capture. Ranu, are you watching on mobile or are you watching on a computer? Just in case, we are going to go back. Only see Forge at the moment, not at ADV. PC. Okay, that's it. Alright, okay. So, you want to go to new game. Wait, go back. Shit. You want to go to settings. And then you want to choose world and go to Realm of Legends. So, Realm of Legends, I'm going to abort because I was already in it, but you want to go to Realm of Legends, and then new game, choose whatever you want, start it off. Sorry, I'm getting used to streaming to both to mobile and to PC. So, as you can see, we're in a room, bunch of books. We can pick up all the books and get all types of cards. My controller vibrated, and it's kind of cool because it sets the, you know, it has a lot of quality of life stuff. So, yeah, you pick up all the books that you want, but you also start with a deck. So, we already have a deck going here. I'm not going to go through it in too much detail, but we already have a deck going. And the most interesting thing about this is all the enemies are also commander restricted. So if we get into a fight here, we should see an enemy eventually. Yeah, here we go. And if you let me know if you see the world option when you get it booted up and stuff. But yeah, as you can see, they have a commander. They also have 99 cards, and yeah, they're commander restricted, just like me. 20 HP, 25 HP, all that stuff. But we'll concede for now because I don't want to fight a commander thing at the moment in this mode. And yeah, there we go. Friggin', the main thing to keep in mind is you need to swap the world over. So settings, world, and Realm of Legends. And that's the main thing that you need to do. Did you get all that? And for the other side, we're going to return to normal. Well, that's Tangia shit. Turn that off. There we go. So we're back into the quest mode that we were doing. It's cool that I can have both of those open at the same time. Let's check the spell shop real quick. That is not the right one. There we go. So Ranu, let me know how that works. And, you know, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. You could let me know on any of the videos I have, if you have any issues, if I'm not online, once you check it out. This repulsive mutation is actually a pretty damn good, like, counter spell, if you have the mana for it, because it puts 1/1 counters on your creature, and then you counter one of the enemy spells at the same time. It's like a fantastic little count, like straight up like flip the script on someone kind of thing. It's kind of expensive for me now though. Dragonstorm. What about Duskmourn? Anything on Duskmourn? Delirium. Turn him from your graveyard to the battlefield with finality. 4 more card types. Ooh. This is one of the rats that I really like. I'm gonna go ahead and buy this, because we may be able to put together a nice rat deck down the line. If we, you know, keep going on this particular, you know, quest. I do like me some rat decks. Oh, rat out. Nice. I'll take that too. I did not mean to go for the giant. Rat decks are always fun, especially, I've been finding out recently that especially blue, black, white rat decks. Blue-black rat decks are real fun. X-Death is an interesting one. When he enters, you gain 3 life. At the beginning of your in-step, if there are 6 or more permanent cards, transform him. And when you transform him, he has trample. Power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard. So that can be extremely powerful. If you have a very good mill-based deck, like self-mill deck. I will take that, actually. Because if we want to pivot into green-black, that would be a pretty easy, like, choice for the commander. Okay. We're not gonna add any of those cards right now. Lotho, Sandman, Spider-Man. Alright, we need to do this. There we go. Ranu, if you're wondering, I'm also streaming on mobile at the moment as well, which is why, like, initially I had the wrong stuff up. Okay, 1/1, that's not a huge threat. What's gets 2/2 until the end of the turn, once per turn. Okay. I'll be able to block it. All creatures with flying get -2/0. I don't really have that many flyers, so it should be fine. What's his commander again? Sandman. Okay. Also, that's an Omen Path card. I thought that's a weird mix of cards that we have here. one more mana. He has enough mana to power that up. So I'll just take the hit for right now. And we are going to go ahead and throw both of those into the graveyard. Oh, it reminds me, someone sent me a message just a bit ago. Roommate's getting me a freaking burger. Nice. Maybe. Big maybe on that. I could cycle this. I never really use vehicles, honestly. So I think I'm going to cycle this. Okay, I can agree to that as a result. Whoops, don't want to do that. Keep fossilized for now. There's no good targets for it. We'll throw the Goblin Bomb out. Oh, Sandman's out, and he's already strong enough to block. What's here? Can't be blocked by creatures with 2 or less power. Shit. Good news is I could probably kill him using this. Never mind, I can. Let's go ahead and draw a couple of cards. Throw that out. Throw this out. I don't have enough permanents in the graveyard yet. Ultimecia can attack. No reason for this guy to attack, really. Okay. We'll put Flep into the graveyard. That's gonna fucking hurt pretty quickly. When this creature enters, target creature you control gets +2/0. Returns. Okay. We'll toss both of those. Well, we want to keep the swamp, actually. He phased out. That's fine. That's fine. We're doing it. Oh god, Weathered Sentinels? That's a really good card. I forgot that card existed. Can attack players who attacked you during their last turn as though they don't have Defender. Whenever it attacks, it gets 3/3 and gains Indestructible. So that's no good. Just block that. Block that. Goblin Firebomb, they're elemental. Not really much else I can do this turn. I didn't attack, so Sentinels shouldn't get any additional things. I need to look something up real quick. roommate's asking me if I want something specific. Oh god. Okay, it looks like he's got the information he needs. I'm going back to the game. Okay. He probably has a card to buff up his creature. No, he didn't. Got some very useful cards, but the problem is I can't really use them and I don't have enough HP to survive this. Well, I can use this. That's about as good as I can do right now. I think I'm dead. It's okay. I underestimated his shifting sand card, though. Well, that costs 2 mana to get out? Oh, right, it's the diamond pickaxe that costs 1. Creature per 1/1 becomes a 1/1 construct artifact creature until the end of the turn. Okay. We'll get a arena out first. Kinda need card advantage. If I run out of cards, I'm screwed. Make him exile a card real quick. Probably not a very useful card is what he exiled, but hey, something. Alright, upkeep. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna kick this out. That'd be a good unsummoned target, by the way, that card I just used. Could get Mind Assailant down. Not really all that useful. This guy is gonna be a freaking problem. Let's go ahead and get this out, and I'm gonna continue upgrading Blood Hustler. And not really much I can do here, so we'll just get the pick out and take our hit. I'm gonna cast this for its warp cost. Hit him with that. Equip him with a pick. And got the extra mana, so go ahead and get that out. This will be fine. He's a little bit ahead, but it's not that bad. Here we go. Crank up the cost of his boy. Did he use Fountain Port to make a fish? Oh my god, I love that. Fountain Port's amazing, by the way. Or pay 1 life to create a 1/1 fish token. I love Fountain Port. That's base power 1/1. It's not that big of a deal. This counters target creature and enchantment, right? Yeah. We're gonna counter that real quick. Increase the cost of his commander by another 2. Okay. So he has to block Primal Odin, right? It's my upkeep. I'm gonna throw Desperate Measures onto Primal Odin immediately. And now Primal Odin is about to blow up. So that got me 2 cards from Primal Odin's thing, 2 cards from just him dying, and then the 2 cards from the Phyrexian Arena. I misread the one thing, if I'm being completely honest. But hey, it's whatever. He's down to 1 HPs. Let's just do an Alpha Strike. Yeah, that's 1/1. 1 more win and we'll probably get a booster pack, by the way. Okay. Was one of his cards. What was this? He didn't spend any mana, so I can upgrade it. I'm not gonna waste my Beal blocking that. Need 1 more mana for that. Might as well get the Goblin Firebomb out. We'll leave the Beetle there to take a hit. He did what I expected, so I'm just gonna pop that onto him. You had to discard another card because of that. Hey, Primal Odin. Man, he really likes that little technique there. There's the boy. We're gonna tap him. He's gonna stay tapped as long as I have that enchantment out. And... okay. Sick of that lizard. I'm not killing his commander because it's already disabled. If I kill his commander, he can just bring it back. Did that hit me? Did he figure out a way to do that? Oh well, I'm pretty sure we just win here. Yep. And because I won that, I get a booster pack. And The choice is between Tarkir and Lauren Eclipsed. Let's go with Lauren Eclipsed. I can't speak. So, shit. I don't know how this looks for our viewers on mobile, but probably doesn't look too great. Let's see what we got. Champion of the Weird, a Goblin Berserker. Hexing Squelcher. Oh shit, that's a really good one. Spell can't be countered, has ward 2 life. Spells you control can't be countered. Other creatures you control have ward pay 2 life. Basically, this puts ward on everything you own, is the main thing. Goblin Warrior, Kithkin, Merfolk, Merfolk. Hey, that's a good one. I think I already had one though. When this thing dies, it puts a wither, like a 1/1, -1/1, onto something. And a plains. Okay. That's the first time I won using Odin, by the way. Let's see what we got in terms of potential things in here. Baseball bat's really nice, but it's not the colors I'm looking for. I already have Derelict Addict, I'm pretty sure. We're actually not too far away from having a lot of goblins, by the way. Whenever a creature you enters or attacks, exile 1 target card from a graveyard. You gain 1 life. 4 mana, exiles. It's kind of decent. Way to gain mana, and it's colorless. This creature cannot be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped with a finality counter for 8 mana. I remember that fight in that game. Sorcerer's Schemes. Hey, that's Ultimecia. That's my commander right there. Hey, that's Ultimecia. That's my commander right there. It's too bad I already own that one. Also, Sorcerer's Schemes is actually pretty damn good. Because it returns instant and sorcery cards from graveyard to your hand, and it can be flashbacked as well. So I found that it's really, really good in a raccoon deck. Weirdly enough, I'm gonna buy it. So if we find some raccoons, that'd be pretty good. Also gonna get this relic right there. That's pretty useful too. Swamp Snare. Targets a creature with flying. It's pretty decent. Merfolk. I don't really go for Merfolk if I'm being honest. Enters or dies. Create a treasure token. There's a lot of treasure token creatures out there, isn't there? Okay, so I mentioned it before, but we can travel to a different world. Just give me a sec. A little bit of lag there. So we could hit travel, and we could choose, you guys can't see it, but I can see a little menu that popped up with a bunch of different locations. And there's like places like Lauren and the main world, I guess, is one place. So if I choose travel there, and we get a group of different enemies, and if we go to the spell shop, I'm slurring, shop view, there we go, and take a look at what they got. you'll see that now I can buy spells from those specific sets, the 10th edition mostly by the looks of it. But like here's is that Morrowind? No. Sham? Oh, this is the original set with Lauren. So we got an elemental there and stuff like that. So even though I started off with a standard deck, I can actually like go and get like non-standard cards. Shadowmoor, that's what it's called. But yeah, I can actually travel to different locations in this quest mode to get different deck types. I'm not going to be doing that all that much, but it's interesting. It's also interesting that it should also change what cards I get out of these, by the way. But yeah, here, Eldraine, Thrones of Eldraine. Oh, you guys can't see it. Well, that's one location I can go to. I could go to Kamigawa. I don't know if that's old Kamigawa or newer Kamigawa, but it's probably a mix of both, honestly. So, yeah, it's cool. We're going back to standard, though. By doing a little bit of traveling, though, that should also refresh our spell shop, honestly. So let's take a quick look to see if there's anything in there that's interesting. Engine rat is interesting to me. I'll take it because it's a rat. I love rats. We'll take the rat. It's a rat with death touch. That's always good. It's always useful. Ooh, goblin. Yeah, we'll take it. Yeah, it's cheap too. We'll take it. The prices are determined on how useful the cards actually are by the looks of it, by the way. Let's see, was there any Duskmourn in here? A little bit. Just a skosh of Duskmourn. Bloomburrow was a lizard. I always take lizards as well. By the way, lizards are one of my favorite kinds of cards. Kate Sith, yes please. I don't think I've ever fought Kate Sith. I didn't know that was a thing that we could do. There we go. Alright. Let's take a look at what his card... He's red. It's all red. At the beginning of your combat on your turn, scry 1, then exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. When you exile a card that way... Huh. So, yeah, if he has Kate Sith out, that's a problem, is what I'm saying. We'll start by getting a black mana out. We want to save the unsummon for something he gets out with haste or something. A scary card with haste. Urza's Chalice. Any artifact cast by any player gives you 1 HP. Well, that's no good. 'Cause I got a fair few artifacts. There's Kate Sith. Get out of here, Kate Sith. So the books and chests in the start only gave me waste, so now I need to buy lands to actually build other decks. Well, that's weird. Huh. Well, the guy who came up with that mod, by the way, said that he's still very much working on it. So freaking, like, that may be something that's changed down the line. Let's go ahead and get some proper stuff going in terms of combat capabilities. Oh, there that goes. Oh, I could have brought him back using Undying Malice. That's my bad. Could have done that better. This time I'll do it. So I had to exile 2 cards. And we're going to defossilize. From graveyard to my battlefield. What's in my graveyard? Nothing, because he exiled that card, didn't he? Yeah, he did. Alright, let's grab Ultimecia. It's probably not good that I see Ultimecia as like a last resort kind of summon thing. I could defossilize Fang. Could also attack using this core. Mill 2 cards, sacrifice the land, return another target permanent. You know what? Let's do that. It's expensive to do. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. We're going to attack using the magic pot. Okay. Bring this guy out. Destroy target creature that was dealt damage. Okay. That's one creature we don't have to worry about anymore. And let's go ahead and bring out the goblin. We have 7 cards in our graveyard, by the way. This is actually looking pretty close to, like, me being able to do the time stop thing. In fact, we're pretty much there. Diversion unit. Let's throw both of these in the graveyard. Yes, we are going to go ahead and do the time stop. We also have to exile a bunch of cards from our graveyard, so let's do all the instants and sorceries to begin with. And the ones that are less useful. There we go. And we get an extra free turn by doing that. Okay. Get 4/4 out of this. Go ahead and attack. Five, so... Oh, he can't block, can he? Alright, I'll just block with that then. Exile Zone. The Fortune draws a card. I guess we'll throw that in? Oh, we have to exile all of them, don't we? Okay. Well, there goes the usefulness of Fossilize. Still be able to, maybe able to make this work. Oh, here we go. We could kick everything back into his hand if we want to. Let's do it. I don't know if Fossilize is actually doing us any favors, so we're just gonna throw that back in. Oh, we won. Okay, cool. It's a lot of mana in my hand, but I guess that means we'll be drawing a lot of creatures and stuff down the line. His whole thing is his passive ability. So me tapping him wouldn't really do much for me. So we'll probably just hold on to that infinite tap until we see a creature that's a little scary. We have some extra HP, we can take a hit or two. We are going to go ahead and put a Wicked Roll onto our flying unit here. Did he just copy my shit? Oh, fuck that. Okay, never mind. He's getting the infinite tap. Do we keep Inner Demon Gangsters? I think we keep Inner Demon Gangsters. Let's throw out the Ultimecia though. Fountainport. Yeah, let's throw both of those into the graveyard. Could unsummon him. Tap. Creature doesn't untap during the controller. Oh, he's using mana to untap it. Okay, that's damn near as good as like. That's pretty good for me. I'll just say that that's pretty good for me. Throw the swamps back. If he decides to attack with it, he's gonna have to spend 5 mana to untap it, which is pretty crazy. I could also kill him. Just gonna use Menace to skip right by him. Alright, now he's at 7/7, we're gonna unsummon him. Down to 7 HP. Nice. We got 51 credits overall. Quirix defenses, enchant creature, hexproof until the end of the turn, and 1/2. I think I already had that one. We also got the legendary planeswalker Oko. I never actually used him before, if I'm being honest. I know that that back in the day Oko was like super overpowered for some reason or another. Wish there was a way to link like things that are going on in the game to my OBS so that I didn't have to change it over manually. Let's see what we got in terms of sets. I've used this card before. Whenever a creature attacks while saddled, this creates a treasure token. You can saddle it for 1. The interesting thing is it's already a creature, so you don't have to saddle it. So yeah, saddling mechanics is just interesting. That's a good card draw engine. Let's see here. Foundations, Duskmourn boxes. I already have a meat locker. Apparently I have already gotten most of these, so that's bad. Splash Portal is really good. So is this Squirrel Warrior, but probably shouldn't be using all my mons on that. A bat. We'll take the bat. It's only 6. Fanatical Strength. Oh, that's green. Magnifying Glass. I'll take a Magnifying Glass. I don't have any way to make clues currently, but a Magnifying Glass makes that much easier. Tithing Blade is one of my favorite black artifacts. Tangle Colony, yes please. It's 120. What? It's one of my favorite rats. So this thing can't block. When it dies, create X11 black rat creatures tokens with that. Now the X is how much damage that is dealt to it. So if 2 damage was dealt to it, it'd create 2 1/1 tokens. If 100 damage was dealt to it, 100 tokens. And of course, you know, that gets multiplied by things like doubling season and stuff like that. Yeah, basically it's very good. And it's also cheap to get out. 2 mana to get out. Okay. How long have I been streaming? Like 3 hours? Okay. I think I'll call it here, honestly. My roommate should be back pretty quickly. We did alright today. We had quite a few people drop by. I saw the fucking view counter get up to like 40 people at one point. They all dropped out immediately, but I mean, that's how it goes. Hope you guys had a good time. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, all the YouTube things. And, well, I hope you had,